Morning, YouTube. I have a cob pipe, and inside I have some House of Yuli. Get that out of the way right away. So I'm gonna just make a little bit of a video that has to do with like the YouTube pipe community and communicating with people. First, you probably heard people talk about just to Vox them or hit them up on Voxer, and some of you guys might not know what that is. Be honest, I didn't know what it was until I think 5 or 6 months ago when I started making videos. And I think Swamp Piper made a video a long time ago about it. I think a couple other guys might have, but some of that stuff just kind of gets archived, and you know, nobody scrolls back that far into someone's channel. So for any of you newer people that don't know what Voxer is, it's an app for your phone, whereas it kind of turns your, more or less your phone kind of into a walkie-talkie, yeah, like a walkie-talkie, which, like if you were talking with me, you would just click on, you open up your app, you download it, you would open it up, but you'd have to find me first on there. But after, I was one of your contacts, you would just hit me, and you'd have an option to either text me a message or a record button where you could record a voice message and it'll send it to me, and you can communicate that way. So like I would just hit the button and be like, hi so and so, how you doing, and leave a message, release the button, and they would get the message, and then they would just get a notification on their phone, and they can play it, and they would hear what you say. The nice thing about that is either you can do it that way, or you can just send an old-fashioned text like that. And you can do pictures on there as well. So it kind of, so you're saying, you're kind of thinking, well, what's the difference between that and just a regular text message? Well, on there you can add people. So if you wanted to talk to, if you had like some kind of group chat, so you had like 3 or 4 people, you could add them, and you all could be talking and hearing each other's messages. So that's what also makes it kind of neat. Otherwise, it was really helpful if you want to communicate, and you don't get this long list of comments with somebody through their video where you're having a whole conversation in the comments of the video. Or if you wanted to, get, if it was more of a personal message, because that to me works out better than the YouTube Messenger, which I try to check periodically when I can remember, but I do almost all this on my phone. And for whatever reason, the powers that be at YouTube, the techie guys, can't figure out a way to really make a decent way to get messages if you just use the app and not on the computer itself. So to check my messages, I actually have to either go on my computer and go onto YouTube and find them, or I have to use my phone on the internet, on my search browser, and try to put it in a desktop version, and it's just a big pain. Along with that, a little advice too, if there's anybody else that does this on their phone, the app, I believe, that's very helpful, I believe it's called YouTube, I want to say Studio. I'm not sure if I have that right, I'd have to look on my phone. Which is nice because it gives you some of the features of the desktop version, except for it still doesn't give you your messages, which blows my mind. It just pisses me off, actually. But it'll give you like all the other information, and when somebody comments on one of your videos, you can go to YouTube Studio and comment back without constantly having to open up that video to respond to them. Like on my phone, if someone left me a message and I wanted to respond, I would click, I get a notification, I'd click on it, well, it would take me to that video I just posted and open the video up and start playing it again. With the YouTube Studio, I can just click on that message and reply, and it'll have them all there. So all the messages from all your videos, it'll say, let's say I made a video called Piping in the Morning, and then I had one Piping in the Evening, and Piping for Lunch, and these were 3 different videos I posted at 3 different times. They'll all be in the comments section on that app, which I believe is called YouTube Studio. So they'll all come up. It'll be all your comments on your videos, and it'll tell you which video they're referring to, which is really handy. So that might help some of you guys that do a lot of this on their phone as well. Excuse me. The other thing is, maybe you've heard about Pairscope and you guys haven't checked that out. that is kind of more like a live. There's a couple videos that explain that too, but in a nutshell, it's kind of like a live streaming of your channel where people can chat, and you'll see the chat messages come up on the screen while people are kind of asking questions through the live video. There's a couple guys that are on there that do that. The Dagners do it. John Keller does one usually every Friday or Saturday or both at his Red Tail Saloon. You know, and you'll just get a notification like John Keller live at the Red Tail Saloon, and you can just open it up and it'll be a live feed of John just hanging out and talking, and then you can write messages and he can see what you're writing, and you can see what the other people are messaging as well. So those are probably two of the apps that if you want to communicate with some people on YouTube pipe community, that's a good way. Like I said, Voxer, if you don't, it's an app. I don't know how it works exactly for Apple phones because I have an Android. It's pretty straightforward. You just download the app. It kind of explains what to do. And like I said, it's like a walkie-talkie. So if I want to talk to you, I just hit the button and say, "Hey, how are you doing?" Release the button. You'll get a notification. You open it up and you can hit the play button and you'll get the message I just sent you. Otherwise, you can do it in text too, which is nice to be able to do it either other way, because maybe sometimes you're at home, you know, in the living room, and you don't want to be carrying out a conversation on a phone because it'll play out your speaker on your phone. I would imagine if you had an earpiece in, it'd be a little different while everybody's, you know, watching television or whatever the case may be. So I hope that helps. If anybody's been wondering why, you'll hear some people talk about it. Otherwise, if it's something you wondered how to get a hold of some people, if you can find them on Voxer. I know mine, for some reason, is tricky to find. I don't know why. But it's a good way because, you know, wow, I'm doing a lot of ums. If you wanted to exchange maybe something that's a little more personal, like if you're talking about sending something to somebody, or you're looking to get an address from somebody to send somebody something, you can send that more in a personal environment where, you know, it's not on the comments for everyone to see. Hope that helps. I know this video ran a little bit longer than I normally would make a video. My videos are more short content. I just don't do long content. But anyways, enough rambling. You guys have a great day. Oh yeah, and I changed the hat for this video.